In this video, we're going to be talking about your settings of your WordPress blog, and just setting up just your basic ones just to make sure that you have what you want. If you click under settings, just go through general settings, and you want to make sure that you change your title, your blog title, to what your blog title is. You want to change the tagline because you don't want the default one. Which is, I believe, just another WordPress blog. So you definitely want to change it. Our tagline is United Together to Build Strong Families. So just a little tagline that you want to include on there. You want something that's very descriptive to your blog, and you know, you might want to use those keywords for SEO, for search engine optimization. So I'll let you figure out what that is for your own blog. Make sure that you have your address on here for your blog. Ours is anationofmoms.com, and your site address, which should be the same, and then your email address, that's where you can be contacted if there's anything that needs notification. So make sure you have your email address on there. You don't want to keep that on the default one. You can also make sure you go around and save your changes after everything, but you can set the new user default role. For us, ours is author because I don't want it to be the new user to be an administrator, but so that's our default role. You can change your time zone and the date format that appears, the time format, and what the week starts on. Again, save your changes. The next thing you want to look at, you can go through again and look through all the different settings to figure out what works for you and what you would like to tweak, but I'm just going through the basic ones. If you look under reading, for instance, reading settings, this is settings for your feed. You can change how you want it to appear, but I would change it to show full text right here. Make sure that that's clicked instead of just a summary. You can save the summary perhaps for your blog's front page. I just told you before how I like just little excerpts on there, but people that are using a feed reader want to quickly scroll through all of their several blogs feeds and not take the time to click on each and every single individual post to read more. So you want to make sure that you don't show a summary and that you show a full text. Again, personal preference, but I would highly recommend it on there. And then discussion settings, if you could read through those and see what you prefer for your default settings for your comments. Some people don't like to have any comments or pings or anything like that, pingbacks. Then that's fine. You can set that for as a default. But I like to have comments, so I go ahead and just leave my default setting on comments to allow comments. If there are individual posts or pages, anything like that I don't want comments, I can just individually change those. You can also check all these other settings right here. Before a comment appears, that you must approve it. I don't usually do that, but you can change those however you want to do that. And permalinks is another one that's kind of important, but you don't want to do this if you've already started your WordPress blog and you already have several posts on there. You might want to check with somebody who's more knowledgeable on that. But if you haven't started, you want to set the permalink settings. Permalink is just up here, like this URL that shows up there. That's how you identify your particular post. Now, the default is a numeric one. Kind of like this one. So you want to avoid those two. The other ones, I have it as a custom structure, which shows the year, the month, and the post name, the title of the post. And you can do that, or you can do a day and name or a month and name, but I would suggest doing those because those are a little bit easier to find, and I've heard that there's some kind of SEO advantages to those, but you want to be able to find them mostly by name. So if you just want to do just name, you can do that as well. And make sure again to save your changes. And that's basically how how to change your general settings or how to set up your general settings in WordPress.